Well, hello once again, my radio friends. Had a group member ask me how to go about removing the grill, the speaker grill, off this RCA Model 100 speaker. The 100 was a very popular speaker in the 20s. They are very, very plentiful. And a common problem is replacing this cloth. In order to do so, one needs to remove this grill. And I'll tell you a little trick on how to do so. One merely needs to take this end grill. It's actually a three-piece, the center housing and the two grills. One needs to rotate this about 20 degrees, and that will release a pin and allow the grill to be pushed off and pried off. And allow me to do so. Merely rotate it and slide it off. And I'll show you the pin I'm referring to. Here's your pin. There's three of them around the perimeter of this grill. And they ride within this groove one sees here. So one needs to rotate it to the left counterclockwise till that pin rotates into this groove. And then you can merely pry it out or pull it off and it'll slide out. Not a difficult task. To replace the grill cloth, once the grill is removed, there's a large snap ring all the way around the inside perimeter. Find the end gap where the two ends are, and then take a screwdriver and merely pry up among that ring, and that ring will pop out. Once that ring pops out, one could remove this mesh, merely put the new cloth on the underside of this mesh, slide it back in, and reinstall the ring. Not a difficult task. Probably one of the more difficult part of this is finding good cloth to replicate what is here originally. In this particular case, let me touch on the driver. Here is the driver for the 100. Like I say, this is a very common driver and a very robust driver. This is the first RCA 100 driver such as this that I found with a bad coil. And all these 20 speakers will have a coil within, a very fine wire, typically 42 gauge wire. Previously, I would rewind these coils, somewhat tedious task, but in this case, because this is so common of a driver, I'll be removing it, and I have pieces and parts, and I'll be replacing that with a good coil. And that should return the speaker fully operable. Now this one is in somewhat poor shape. It's been repainted with some black paint, so I will be stripping and sanding and refinishing this and repainting it. So when all said and done, it should be a good looking, good performing speaker. And anyway, just thought I'd share. And if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to ask. And of course, as always, until next time.